This next gentleman spent 30 years as a sergeant in the Vancouver Police. He was originally approached about ACN 10 years ago, but 5 years passed before he joined. While he was looking for a new opportunity, he was skeptical of the industry based on his past experience. Today, he is skeptical no more and is a consistent top producer. As a police officer, he was programmed to keep everything inside, and he loves that ACN. Let him be himself on the outside for the first time in his life. Please help us promote to the position of Regional Vice President, Guy Draper.
Wow. Hello, ACN! Woo! Wow. I'm overwhelmed right now. I'm humbled. I got to give it back to ACN and the co-founders. Man, my heart is full right now. I never ever thought I'd be standing here right now in front of all you talking like this. The co-founders put together a track that is unparalleled. I've been a police officer for 30 years. And I was a broke police officer living paycheck to paycheck. Wife and I have been married for 30 years, which is really rare in policing. But I'll tell you, I've been involved in this industry with 2 other companies, and not unlike the co-founders, the rug was pulled away from us. And we were making some significant income, and it shattered us. And I lost my faith in this industry, and it's a wonderful, wonderful industry. But I got called 10 years ago by a good friend of mine. Some of you might know him, Simon Aboud. And he asked me to look at network marketing one more time, and I said some very unkind words to him over the phone. If I could go through that phone line with my gun, I would have shot him. He called me 9 years ago, said no again. 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago. I was ready for retirement. I couldn't live on 100% of my salary. I now had to live on 60%. My gorgeous wife was a successful real estate agent, but she was very burnt out. And there was no residual income in that industry. So when he called, thank God he called. Thank you. Because of that phone call, I'm standing here today. But when he showed me ACN, I was still very skeptical until I met these 4 co-founders in the head office. These gentlemen are amazing men that have put together a system that you can do no wrong if you put the effort into it. So we went to work. But what Simon says, I did. Okay? He told me, before you sign up, you need to come here to Charlotte. So I came here to Charlotte 5 years ago. And this is actually where I wanted to promote to RVP. And it's funny how you throw that out to the universe and it happens. I sat up there in section 204, road R, and seat number 19 and 20, and I brought 12 people with me. 12 people with me. Funny number, right? We went team coordinator. My ego took over, and I took my foot off the gas. I went back to work. My wife helped me. She's my best friend, my coach, and she kicked my butt, let me tell you. She says, we need to do this in a big way. So we did. With Simon's help, we went to town. But let me tell you, when you find a mentor and a coach with the quality of these people behind us and a Mr. Simon Aboud, you can do no wrong. But let me tell you, when you get a mentor, I gotta close with a story. In the first 2 weeks in British Columbia when we went to work, I went and met a friend of mine that had started in another network marketing company in a coffee business. And Simon threw me under the bus yesterday, so I'm throwing him under the bus now. There we go. We went and met this very prominent person, and he was in a healthy coffee business. And I like coffee, so I started drinking the coffee. I had about 5 or 6 cups of coffee. Unbeknownst to me, I wasn't feeling well. We left to the next meeting, and I was on Highway 1 into Vancouver, and my stomach wasn't feeling good. And I'm in my suit, and I pulled over on the side of the highway, behind a cement wall.
I cannot believe you're telling me.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Stop now.
Oh yeah, this is my mentor. This is my mentor. So we get back in the car. I won't give you any other details. They weren't pretty. And he says to me, take a look at this picture. I did not know my mentor, Senior Vice President Simon Aboud, did that. Here's what he said. If you ever quit ACN, and if you do not get to RVP in 5 years, I'm posting that picture. Okay, I didn't know they taught extortion 101 here, but they did. But this company has been a blessing. My father, rest in peace, he died of cancer a year after I joined the police department, but I know he's watching and listening to me right now, and I know he's proud. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to give it to my wife just to close out with a few sentences. Thank you.
Time's up. I've got 18 seconds,
Good.
but I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being such a good hard worker, provider. You've never given up, very goal-orientated, and I'm very proud of you. I love you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. God bless.